All right, happy Thursday night, everybody. Welcome into the Arctic Air Studios, where today it was that weird. It was started off cold, and then as the afternoon went on, you're kind of like driving home going, I might need a little air. And then, however you set the thermostat at the house, you're like, I don't know what we're doing. It's going to get real cold. You need to call the bear. If your air conditioner unit is not ready to go, you need to call the bear, callthebear.com in Lubbock, Texas. All right, it is Thursday night. Let you guys get in. It is over, under, and rated right Thursday night. We are talking about Lubbock steakhouses and where to get a great steak in Lubbock. We had a great friend of ours who I didn't realize he'd ever been to Lubbock. Matt Humans from VSIN, Vegas Stats Information Network, out in Las Vegas. I did not realize he had been to Lubbock, and he was asking last night about steaks in Lubbock, best place to get it. I'm like, all right, we'll put it to the people. We're doing it tonight. So tonight, the over underrated right question is steaks in Lubbock. The overrated places, the underrated places, the places that are rated just right. We have Texas Tech basketball to look at. They rolled Wyoming last night. Wyoming, not a bad team. And we have an emerging star in Texas Tech basketball. We're going to talk about that. And then I want to know which network does college football the best? That when you watch college football, which one does it the best? Fox was just in town. CBS, NBC, kind of ESPN, ABC. Which network do you think does it best? Tell us. All right. That's what we're doing tonight. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. Let's have a lot of fun tonight. The early arrivals, let us know the audio is good, the video is good. Give us thumbs up, hearts. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on our YouTube channel, and hopefully everybody has subscribed to the YouTube channel. Even if you watch on Facebook or Twitter, don't cost nothing. Just drive the numbers, make my wife happy. Hit a little thumbs up on it, and then you can watch wherever you want to watch. We hope you're with us on that. So let's do it in three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You started your day today on the website. Awesome, awesome hot links today. And then, of course, the question of the day and everything else. So that's why you go there in the morning to find out what we're going to do and get your comments posted. We are brought to you by Boot City, 197 mile outside the West Loop on 19th Street. This is a great time to go out there. You know, Christmas is coming up. You can figure out a few things you might want, get some other Christmas gifts taken care of, and of course, boots, boots, and boots at Boot City. McAlpin Chiropractic, my man Kevin McAlpin, great West Texan, great Red Raider. If you're in need of the chiropractic therapy, he's the guy we recommend in Raiderland. And of course, United Supermarkets, all the communications. Everybody who gets in on the chat line tonight, Facebook, we got them coming in on Facebook, YouTube, yep, YouTube, and on Twitter X. Thank you, United Supermarkets. There's that supermarket that comes into town and takes your money. And then there's United Supermarkets that supports Texas Tech. So all that going on tonight, a lot of different things. We'll hang out with you guys as long as the conversation is good, fun, and friendly. Hey, settle down. Dogs are barking. Dogs are barking outside the studios. We can't have that. All right, let's see what we got tonight. Jakob, or it could be Jacob. Greetings from Twitter, on phone, YouTube on the big screen. The massive big screen, beautiful big screen. Looks good. See all the comments. I look good on the big screen. Oh, by the way, tonight, Boot City does all of our Western wear and everything. I'm not wearing any Western wear tonight. I am, however, rocking this, one of my favorite shirts. That's right, the Regal Beagle. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Thanks to my wife, a couple of years ago, got me this for Christmas. It was just cool enough today to rock the long sleeve shirt. And when I wear it, I go out. I know I can almost tell by looking at people who's going to react to it. And I had a guy today say, "Hey, tell Larry we said hey, rock on." Craig, the talking box is on indeed. Even for those folks who don't know what the talking box is, James, thumbs up. Craig, the 50-yard line rated right. The 50-yard line don't exist. It's gone. It's gone forever. It doesn't exist anymore. has been gone for years. Only current steakhouses need apply tonight. The best over, underrated right Lubbock steakhouses. And I'm going to get the conversation started tonight. I'm going to say this, it's a truth bomb. There are several places to get a good steak in Lubbock. There's not a singularly great signature steakhouse in Lubbock, Texas. Prove me wrong tonight. Prove me wrong tonight. Glad it's still around. It ain't still around. The 50-yard line is long gone, dead and gone. 50-yard line had the best blueberry muffins, cheese rolls, and French onion, not to mention great steaks. But they ain't here no more, so you can't vote for them. K-Bob's still around. There are communities where it's still around. Lamesa, I believe, is the closest K-Bob's steakhouse to Lubbock, Texas at this time. Salad bar and everything. Brian's Steakhouse is underrated, right off the interstate. Burned up. Tried to. They rebuilt it. Couldn't kill it. And there it is. Depot, no more. No more Joe. By the way, for those who don't know, Joe, Alabama, our Alabama friend Joe, just trying to catch up. So we ask you tonight, like we did on Twitter a little bit yesterday and everything else, over, under, rated right steakhouses in West Texas. The ones that are really good, the ones that people love, that you go, and it's okay. You can bag on a steakhouse. You can do for whatever reason. I don't care. You know, we speak honestly here in Raiderland. We do that. And we're going to talk about Texas Tech basketball tonight. And we also ask you which TV network you think does the best job with college football, doing the games, presenting the games, all of those elements that happens. Hold on, we may have a new we may have a guest coming into the show here in a second. So we answer that tonight. Now, our Twitter people, I know you guys are out there, so let's get in on Twitter, Twitter X. We have huge numbers on Twitter just because it takes a little while. Sometimes maybe we'll get you in. Don't worry about it. United Chat Line, United Supermarkets taking care of that on the chat line. You gonna jump up here or not? What are you doing? You gonna jump up? All right. Whatever you want to do. Oh, there we go. Everybody say hi. There you go. There's Finch. No, you got up here. You're the one who came up here. Lamesa K-Bob's is closed. You never go to Clovis. Really? When did Lamesa close on the K-Bob's? Didn't know that. Don't get a steak from Caboose. Tasted like unreal meat. Are we talking about 50th Street or like whatever? I don't know. I wouldn't go there for a steak. I go there for the fajitaladas. Haircut did you right, Hyatt. I needed a haircut. We got a haircut yesterday. Howard's Barber Shop, 34th and University. Needed a haircut. Probably going to go back Saturday and get another one because it's just still just like crazy. Thank you, CJ. Somebody's paying attention to my hair. You guys are weird. Texas Roadhouse is above average, but not signature. No, it can't be signature because it's a chain. However, it is a great chain. Texas Roadhouse, consistent across the board. I got no complaints. And they have really good side dishes. Texas Roadhouse, if you want a good, consistent, and they'll cook it a rare for me. Yeah. Ben DeJet is on Facebook. No, YouTube. I don't know why. Don't ask. Double Nickel Steakhouse, pretty good steak. But if I can't wear a hat due to the dress code, then it's probably not the place for me. It's funny you say that. I have a really good friend. He hasn't been in several years. He walked in and was ready to drop a lot of money with a big group, and he had his hat on, and they're like, And he's like, seriously? Really? And they lost out on a big ticket that night. He ain't never been back. It's West Texas. If you want to wear your hat, wear your freaking hat. Now, I understand a baseball cap, no baseball caps. But if we're talking, cowboy hat, legit cowboy hat, and you can't wear it in there, I get it. Um, and if they think that's what sets them apart in West Texas and Lubbock, and that's what's going to make them money, good on you. But it means that I'm probably not coming in, and many of my friends ain't. It's like the night we were at Midnight Rodeo. Guy rolls in, going through the door. You can't get in with a T-shirt, and he's wearing a Dale Earnhardt T-shirt. Dale Earnhardt T-shirt. I got to get up and close the door again to the Arctic Air Studios. Hold on. All right. It ain't easy doing this stuff. You guys should really try to get your own show sometime. And he's got on a Dale Earnhardt T-shirt, and he gets up to the door, and they won't let him in. He's like, even Earnhardt? We were all sitting over there kind of close to the opening, the door, and we're like, dude, we're with you. So Double Nickel would refuse service to George Strait. Yep. If he came in with his hat on, they wouldn't let him eat. You know? That's the way it goes. All right, so overrated, underrated, rated right steakhouses in Lubbock. Best steak in Lubbock. Who does it? You tell me. And don't give me any of the, yeah, I do the best steak. Yeah. No, you don't. I do. I'd kill you on a steak. So best steaks tonight. Where do you get them? What do you do? Why do you like them? Give me details on why you like them. Like Andrew jumping in right here, going Las Brisas. All right, well, why do you like it? You like the plated at 900 degrees. What is it about the steak there, Andrew, at Las Brisas that makes you go, that's the best steak in Lubbock? You tell me. All right. James, there's a full moon tonight. My dog has the zoomies. My dog just got mama coming home and going, oh, good. Somebody's going to feed us because I didn't do it. I gave them water, right? What more do they want? Let's talk a little tech basketball right now, too. As we go through tonight, we did the commentary today about JT Toppin, and Texas Tech has an emerging star in the world of college basketball, and it's JT Toppin. I don't want you guys to sleep on this. I don't want you guys to be behind the uptake because he is about, over the next couple of weeks, if everything keeps going well for him, he stays healthy and Tech keeps winning, he's going to be one of the most talked about basketball players in the Big 12 going forward. Mark my word. A man who can confirm this has chimed in on Facebook. Thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. David Collier, KMEC 28 sports director, a man amongst men. You killed a vampire with a steak? What the heck did I? He didn't deserve to live. It's easy to do with a steak. It's not hard to do. Timbo, I was in Lubbock last week. No one could recommend a steakhouse. Damn shame had to stop in Llano. Where'd you stop in Llano? Where'd you eat? Lubbock does not have a signature steakhouse right now. There are places you can get a good steak, but there's not a single place that you would say, this is a great signature steakhouse. I'll stand by that. I will. Thought the point guard position was much more in control. Elijah Hawkins, welcome to the proceedings. And I was a big, and still am, big fan of Joe Toussaint. I thought he was really good. Hawkins is a little bit more pure distributor first, something you hadn't seen around Tech in a while. I think Texas Roadhouse does the best steak in Lubbock. I hate to say it, but we just don't have much local talent anymore. Triple J is pretty good. Triple J's, you can get a good steak there. You can. It's not a steak house. It's a multi entree type place, and they do a good steak, but it's not a pure steak. There's not a pure steakhouse. You ever put your foot down on something and just go, what the hell was that? It was like there might have been a rat underneath my foot right there. I don't know what happened. And I love Triple J's is great. Triple J's is awesome, you know. Had a friend of mine in Lubbock for a conference and said they ate at a nice place there in the Tech football stadium. Yeah, you got the Tech Club there. They'll serve you a meal. What about Brian's? What about Brian's? The Working Man's Steakhouse. That's right. You go down, hit the 7-Eleven, buy a lottery ticket, go over there to Brian's and get you a good ass steak. They got it rebuilt after the fire. Was Hawkins' technical foul worth it last night? Radio guys didn't think so. Don't know. Didn't see it in real time. Can't comment. Maybe Collier was there while that was going on. I don't know. If Collier was there, he can probably comment to it. What are your thoughts on Kegel's? Got a lot of thoughts on Kegel's. Great place. It has sort of become, and not sort of, it has become the Big Texan Steakhouse of Lubbock, Texas. And by that I mean, if you go back 25 years ago or so, even more, good Lord, yeah, they've been around a while. It was all about the meat because there was the only way you were getting out there. As it grew, as it got more popular, it's become more about the quote experience. They built a little, little Texas town out there. They do a lot of events, and that's cool and everything else. But to do that, my opinion, I think the cuts have been compromised compared to 25 years ago or so. Sides a little bit, and it is what it is. It's fine, but it has become the Big Texan, and the Big Texan steak sucks, by the way, but it's become the Big Texan of Lubbock. Team is consistent with team players, not like having Pop around hogging the ball. Well, Pop had to shoot because nobody else could, nobody else would. All right. He did what he had to do on that team. Jan, Mistake and L agree on Toppins. Toppins is a star in the making. 22.7 points right now through the games, 9 rebounds. Pay attention. Oh my gosh, pay attention to the national media in the next month. All right. When they get a hold of him, they're going to love it. 24-12 last night. Dude's different, built different. Steak and L was, I want to go back. Steak and L, where are we? There's Jan. Steak and L, back there off Utica or whatever. A great first or, okay, I wouldn't say first, second date place. Second date place. Back in the 80s. Second date, rock on. Christian Anderson looks so smooth and seems to be a natural score distributor, the point guard. Well, he's an off guard. Hawkins is going to be your point guard. Escondido Grill is okay. That's the old county line, I believe, but it just takes us back to no signature steakhouse in Lubbock. I don't think Brian's fits the mold. No, Brian's is the working man's steakhouse, and that's awesome, and you want that. Guy Fieri coming to town or somebody from Food Network or, whatever, I'm saying, hey, you need to go over there and get you a steak. I didn't have to shoot that much. Bobby, good riddance with Pop. I agree. He shot too much. Okay, he shot a lot because he was the best option you had. Did he shoot too much? Yes. But he was the best option you had. Now, addition by subtraction, could he function in this deal? Maybe, sure, don't know. But he was doing what they wanted him to do. Okay? So when you say good riddance to Pop, you say good riddance to McCaslin and what he was doing last year. Lynn, great lunch place to take the Texas Instrument Suppliers Steak and Ale. Sadly, long gone. Does Steak and Ale even exist anymore? You tell me. Hey, Matt Humans, you paying attention to this? Because what you're learning is there is no signature steak place in Lubbock, Texas. There's not. Why is that? Why does Lubbock not have a great steakhouse? I didn't say you can't get a great steak in Lubbock. I said, why does Lubbock not have a great steakhouse? Very streaky shooter. Thank you. That's what she called me. Wendy, is the county line? No, well, Escondido is where it is. County line always had better barbecue than steaks, in my opinion. Never thought of it as a steak place. I think like I think like Ike's. Oh, jeez. Let's try it again. I got to focus in on that. Ike's ribeye is underrated. So Ike's on 50. No, what is that? 82nd and Quaker. I didn't even know they had a ribeye there. No clue they had a ribeye there. So, meanwhile, back at the basketball team or the steak discussion, overrated, underrated, rated right. Here's how this works. You give me a place that's underrated for steak. You give me a place that's overrated, and you give me a place that you can get steak and love it. And you go, yeah, that's all right. It's pretty good. Local, chain, everything else. We're also asking tonight, and if nobody wants to go in on it, that's cool. But which which network does college football the best? Presents it the best that you like watching that network, as opposed to another. Do you hate watching games on Fox? Do you like them on CBS? Dun 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 dun. ESPN, ABC, NBC. Nobody. In the Tech basketball, I'm telling you, it's Toppin Time. If it's Taj time in football, it's Toppin Time. Collier, are you listening? I need graphics. I need graphics tonight with Toppin, like his score going like a clock through the year, his numbers. I need like Toppin with a big old, who was the rapper in the 90s who had the clock? Who was that? Wore the clock around his neck. May have done that one time in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't ask. But it's Toppin Time. If it's Taj time in football, it's Toppin Time in basketball, right? Collier, that's up to you if you're still watching. We got to make this happen. All right. Can we do that? Flava Flav, thank you. What, he got into the Olympics this year with one of the swimmers or swimming team or whatever? I don't know. Craig, Lubbock, Texas, more restaurants per capita than the other city in the United States, but you can't get a great steak here. I think you can get a great steak. I just don't think you have a great steak house. That's totally different. I think you can get great steaks different places. There's a difference between a great steak and a great steak house. James, I prefer looking at what? Announcers for a game versus a network. Okay. Well, like watching Fox for Big 12. No. Big Noon. What is it? The Big Ten or Ohio State's all mad because they've had so many games at noon on Big Noon on Fox, and they took the money. Yeah. All right. Lynn, best place to get a steal. We're just going to assume that steak for now is to go to United Supermarkets and buy a thick cut ribeye steak, grill it on my outdoor grill, medium rare. No great steakhouse restaurant in the Hubaplex. Phone never rang. Call us next time. And yes, United has fantastic meat. He sponsored, Flavor Flav, the women's water polo. That's right. Yes, water polo. That he was there. Water polo, which is basically like 45 minutes of trying not to drown while wearing big earmuffs. And I don't know why they have to wear the earmuffs. How can you hear anybody? You're in the water, and now you got these crazy earmuffs on. Way to go, Flavor Flav. S. Carter McKenzie, one of my dad's favorite players of all time. Been fairly impressed with ABC's triple headers this year. College football, the only thing I'll watch on that channel. Big Noon is okay, but game day is still the best, talking about the pregame shows and everything else. Wendy, games on the CW, amazing, said SMU. Best steaks in Lubbock, the two that, see, you can't get, see, people always do this. What's the best steak? What's the best barbecue? What's what? Oh, yeah, it's at my house. Yeah, see, nobody can go there. Nobody cares that your wife is a great cook. Nobody cares how great I am with steaks. They don't care because you can't come get my steak. We're talking about where you can go get a steak. You know, nobody cares. They really don't. Now, she may be great. I'm willing to bet most people think they cook good. Most people think they're good cooks. Most people think they do good steaks. I'm here to tell you, most of you are wrong. 100%. Most of you are wrong. Doors open, Hyatt. Just let me know when you want to show up. There you go. There you go. Playoff time. The reason everybody thinks they can do a steak good is because you cook it the way you like it. It's like a lot of people think they can cook and then some of them open up a restaurant or something, and they go to business because their friends tell them, "Oh man, your barbecue is great. You should open up a restaurant. Your brisket's awesome. You should open up a restaurant." And then the dumbasses do. They go into business. I feel bad for them. So Texas Tech basketball, what was it, 40-6 off turnovers last night? You know what? That's really good. That tells me there's some athleticism on this team, a little bit of length, what we've been talking about. Wyoming's not horrible. They might not be great, but they're not. I mean, they got a whole state behind them, right? You beat the entire state of Wyoming. And we have learned over the years that there are a few things you can garner early season non-conference games. The shooting, now, not everything was contested, but you shot it well in the first half. The defense, though, is kind of what got my attention. And again, JT Toppin. Mike Francesa is going to go nuts on this guy. Get in early. Lynn says in New York City, Smith and Walensky Steakhouse. I hope so. For what they're charging, $140 for a basic steak. Yeah, it better be good. And you know what? It might be. It might be, but I doubt it's that good because I hit a price resistance point in steakhouses, and at a certain point, you can only cook a steak so good. Collier, who's still here. Hey, good to see you. How's things going? 77% from the field and a half is a good night. It's a good night. It's a good career. It's a good year. And again, maybe they weren't D'd up the way they will be in Big 12 play. That's fine. But this team seems to indicate to me, I think they've got better shooters than we have seen in 5, 6, 7 years. Just shooters. Early on, small subset. But I want to be, and the reason I keep talking about JT Toppin, I want to be the guy at the front of the parade that you guys remember in December. Remember in December? I want you guys to remember I said this. The dude's legit. He was legit last year, and now he's surrounded by talent that will allow him to flourish. And I believe, maybe, that you have a point guard that can allow all this to come together. But I want to be the first guy out there saying it that you guys remember, other than Collier, of course, because he's there with you every night on the KMAC 28 sports desk, even though he doesn't have a sports desk. They won't buy him a fucking desk. He's got to stand over off to the side. He doesn't even have all the cool stuff the weather people have. They're just like, yeah, stand over there. You got this wall. We'll throw some stuff up. Really? That's a crappy way to treat a sports guy, is what I'm saying. You almost had a double-double in the first half. He has a hook shot. Who doesn't love a guy with a hook shot? We're talking about basketball, right? That's what she said. All right, couple more minutes left. Bottom line, a lot of good places to get a steak in Lubbock. Ain't no great steakhouse in Lubbock. Agree or disagree? You tell me. You guys can share this, put it out there. We'll debate it on Twitter tonight, Facebook, you name it, all that cool stuff. I hope you guys are following me on our Facebook page, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Our 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 YouTube channel is blowing up, and really just get me over 400 subs tonight. That'll be awesome. Even if you don't watch it there, just subscribe. Everybody who watches on YouTube, if you can hit like or thumbs up on that, apparently it helps. Tomorrow, Friday night, most Texan thing you've done. We'll do that on the website in the morning. There is no game to predict. I may actually take a Friday night off, come to think of it. We'll have, for sure, we will have 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary thoughts tomorrow. Good Lord. I haven't days off? Collier's sitting there laughing. He didn't ever get days off. I'm like, when was the last time I didn't have like a column or a show or, may have to go get a steak. All right, you guys are the best. You really are. I appreciate it. I do ask that you do a couple of things for us. Like I said, subscribe to all the platforms. If you can subscribe on YouTube, on Twitter, that's at Ryan Hyatt Media, and on our Facebook page, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. You watch wherever you want to watch. But the best thing about that, like last week, StreamYard was having problems with Twitter, so you could watch on YouTube. It wasn't a big deal. That's why you do that. It's for you. It's not for me. All right. Get out of here. One more comment before we go. Let's see. JT Toppin, bringing game we have rarely seen at Tech. I think the dude's special. And I try not to engage in hyperbole and just tell you stuff, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing right now and the way he's doing it. I think maybe the dude is special. So get in early on the ground floor. Buy you some stock in TJ Toppin. Hey, if it don't work out, it don't cost nothing, right? All right. I'm going to tag Matt Humans on this from VSIN and say, here you go. It's your show, and there are no great steakhouses in Lubbock, Texas. And you guys can disagree all you want, but there's no great steakhouse. There may be great steak, but ain't no great steakhouse. Got to hit that button, hit this one. We'll post this on the website, theraiderland.com. Get with us in the morning. Don't miss out on those hot links. You never know. We might even link to something David Collier does tonight, which could be really weird.